Makakanocha utehika hechawa le chanupawa wakhacha he ukahipi. Aha shakoi hina wacheke ucheta ha hochoka hina ucheta ahipi. Hepta sami he wati hina uchake na ha.
Allied air forces began an attack on military targets in Iraq.
If the war is going to start, disasters in the region will take place.
The hurricane is located about 40 miles due east of Miami.
This is total devastation. Outside when the earthquake struck, destruction everywhere.
All of this is connected.
Hechepte hinchla wa sancha makakan heche ake kinajikte.
Among Native Americans, a sacred story has been passed down for generations about a holy woman who taught them to pray and promised them prophecy at the birth of a white buffalo.
Rare living symbol of unity and understanding.
Only 1 in 10 million buffalo are white.
An animal rich in the lore of Native Americans and sacred to many tribes.
It's a sign of change to the world.
My name is Chief Arvol, Looking Horse. 19th generation keeper of the sacred pipe, Lakota, Dakota, Nakota, Sioux Nation.
Arvol, as the 19th generation keeper of the sacred pipe, he is to us what the Pope is to the Catholic people. He is to us what the Dalai Lama is to the Tibetan people, what Muhammad is to the Muslim people. What his entire life is committed to is caring for the pipe, the intent of the pipe, and as the spiritual keeper of those sacred rites and ceremonies that were brought to us by the white buffalo calf woman.
Many nations have sacred objects. For us, the sacred pipe is the center of our nation, was a tool for us to pray with, to the Great Spirit. When I was 12 years old, my grandmother on her deathbed, she said, my grandchild is going to be the keeper of the sacred pipe. But if the people don't straighten up, that you will be the last bundle keeper. As a young boy, I thought I knew a lot. I was going to high school and living with my father and my mother. They were both bronc riders. And my mother, she breaks horses. My father, he was a bareback rider, going to rodeos. And I want to be one of those guys. I want to sing at a powwow and rodeo like everybody else. So I did eventually join the rodeos in our community and our reservations. But I was scared of horses. So. I rode Great Plains, SDRA, South Dakota rodeos. It took me a while, but eventually I got into professional rodeo. And that was my goal, to ride with the top cowboys of the world. I was rodeoing like 36 to 38 rodeos a year. I just had a feeling that something was going to happen. I got on a horse, and when they opened that gate, that horse went straight up in the air and it took a flip backwards and came up top of me, and then both my knees, I can just still feel that. And that's all I remember. They took me to the hospital. And the doctor said that, he's paralyzed neck on down. It was a matter of time. And I was helpless. I cried in my heart. I saw my relatives the next morning at daybreak. I knew they were standing there waiting for me. That phone rang and they held that phone to my ear. I knew that it was the spirit grandmother, the white buffalo calf woman. And she told me, well, you did this to yourself. You're supposed to be helping the people. The grandmother really chewed me out and said, we're going to give your life back. There's a hard time coming. And now you're going to stand with the people. You're going to walk. Within 4 days, I got my feelings back. It was so beautiful just to walk. And I told myself I'm going to give thanks all the time from here on. They gave my life back to help the people. I don't care if it's a small group of people or thousands of people. I'm going to pray for world peace and global healing. I grew up in a very short time here, and now I am a world leader carrying the message of the white buffalo. The prophecy of mending the sacred hoop. Stand together. That sacred hoop of the nation was broken at Wounded Knee. We have a long history of war over protecting our territory. Sitting Bull, Crazy Horse. Everything started after Little Bighorn. We signed a treaty with the U.S. government over 100 years ago. It was broken at Wounded Knee, 1890. Bigfoot, he's my great-great-grandfather. We're survivors of Holocaust, massacres, in the name of progress. Put our people on concentration camps. It's called a reservation, but back then it was a concentration camp. The military came and took our children, 5, 6 years old. If you don't let go of your children, you shot your children right in your arms. So much abuse. We rode horseback from the 80s till 1990. We did a ceremony, and we prayed that there would be no more wounded knees throughout the world. But the way things are going, and the things that we are doing right now, well, it's not that way. Mother Earth, she has a fever. Man has gone too far. Disrespect everything. Sacred sites been destroyed. Eagles are flying into trash pits. When I go outside our community into the world, this is a strange world that can't succeed. But right now at home, the Native American people, they're gathering to stand up to stop the pipeline. The elders talk about the black snake, where the black snake will be going on top of the earth, and that's when we'll be faced with global disaster. The Native American people believe that the black snake is the pipeline. We have come to a time and a place of great urgency. Even scientists are saying that we are at the point of no return. People are so spiritually disconnected. We need to reconnect with spirit. Mother Earth is the spirit. Mother Earth is the source of life, not a resource. We are at the crossroads, but there is hope. I have been campaigning to United Nations to declare June 21st as World Peace and Prayer Day, or Honor Sacred Sites Day. Sacred sites all over the world must be protected. On June 21st, we're asking people all over the world to pray with us. We can create an energy shift, and that's what needs to happen to heal Mother Earth. 1994, the first white buffalo was born It was like a needle in a haystack. A message to the world. We need to heal together, survive together, come together. There's no one person higher than the other. There's no one nation higher than the other. We are at the crossroads, either be faced with chaos, disasters, tears from our relatives' eyes, or we can unite spiritually. All nations, all faiths, one prayer.